Hey guys, welcome back. I'm EDC Connor and just thought I just want to give you an update to to what's going on. I haven't done any videos in a while. I've been very busy, and once again I'm gonna treat this and watch this video as it's not a live show but just a regular upload because I don't really have time to edit and do stuff or the computer, and I don't really know how to edit on my phone. I need to learn that. So anyways, I just wanted to give you an update. I haven't checked in a while. That's because last weekend I went home. It was wonderful, and I don't know how to tell you this, but I was so close of not coming back here to this freaking Slovenia that it's not funny. It's not funny. It's really hard to separate yourself from the. It's really hard to separate yourself from the people who are your loved ones and your family and your baby and whatnot. But anyways, at the Sunday evening, I returned home. I was sitting at the border for like 3 hours trying to cross the Croatian border. Obviously, a lot of people try to do the same thing, so it was I was stuck in a line for 3 hours, and then I got unstuck, and at the 1 o'clock past midnight, I returned the Monday, and when I was parking my car, I heard a squeaky noise, but not just squeaky noise. It was really unhealthy squeaky noise, and I thought it was some sort of a belt slipping or something like that. uh, Hey man, thanks. Cheers man, hold on man, best regards to Bomir Babic. My people from Balkans, yeah, my people from Balkans, we are up late. This is a bit update for you, the Americans, but you are sleeping now. On my Citizen ProMaster, it says 10:30 in the morning. I work second shift. Anyways, my car broke down. I heard the squeaky noise, and I parked it and said, "Oh no, this is not good." But judging by the sound, I thought it was some sort of a belt. I don't know. And in the morning, fortunately, I have some of the fans of my other channel that I have, some viewers. They helped me find a mechanic. Uh, it wasn't a very good mechanic, mind you, though. I will tell you the story, but he got me a mechanic within a half an hour, and I really appreciate that. That really helped me because at the 1 o'clock I go to my job. I need to drive 30 kilometers and 30 kilometers back, so I needed the car. Anyways, just wanted for him to take a look at the car to see what's going on. Is it okay for me to drive today? And he said I would drive it, but I insisted that he takes it to his shop and check it out. And when he took it to his shop and he checked it out, he said, "No, you cannot drive today." Basically, long story short, my water pump uh, died. Water pump died, and it blocked the spinning thing. It blocked, and it started making noises. Anyways, on a positive note, your new Seiko GMT won't break down. Congrats. It's not my new Seiko GMT. I'm just doing a reaction. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later because the Seiko dropped some new hot watches. But I just want to give you a quick story. So he replaced the water pump, and I was on the phone with him a couple of times. You don't want to be boring to the mechanic because they're different kind of people, and you just give them the car. I usually just give him the car. I say treat it. I always say that to my mechanic. I didn't say that to this one, but I say to my mechanic, treat my car like it's in a plane, and once you fixed it, you can put your kids and wife in a plane and fly across the ocean. So I don't care, just do whatever needs to be done to be fixed. And sure enough, he fixed it. I called him, did you check it? Did you need to, there's a, if you know what I'm talking about, there's a air bubble inside and you need to breathe the air out. Just let it sit idling for at least, or give it a spin, but you need to fix that thing. And I was kind of prepared that he won't do it. And so I called him, did you did it? He said, yeah, it's all right, everything's good. And the next day I picked my car up, paid him and everything. And at the noon I went to my work, and sure enough, as soon as I left the city area on the open road, I got the warning sign, please top up your coolant. So yeah, here we go. And yeah, I did top up my coolant. It was like a half a liter. I had some distilled water because I didn't have any coolant or whatnot. And I also make sure you don't put your any gas station coolant in there. Make sure everything goes by the book, what the factory recommends, what the manufacturer recommends. And yeah, I will do it. Later on I found out he reused my old coolant, which is fine. Whatever. When I come back home, when I have some time, I will take it to my mechanic, because finding a good mechanic is really hard wherever you live. And I switched half a dozen of mechanics until I found a good one, the one I can trust and the one who knows how to do it. And he specializes only in certain type of vehicles and in certain type of cars, and he does only that. When I first saw this guy, I wouldn't trust him with my bike, but it is what it is. You have to do whatever you have to do. I'm here in a foreign country and I took what I had. So yeah, I had to top up the coolant, and I rang him, because I know these things happen. If it's not done properly, the pump pulls some, and there's some air, and you need to do the things the right way. And he said, it's the pump. We pulled some air, some water. You just fill it up. Sure, I filled it up. Returned home next morning. I got up very early to check it out, and what do you know? I got a new message on the dashboard. Please top up your coolant and consult your nearest mechanic shop and whatnot. And I do some water. I pour some water, and I go back to that guy, and just wanted to make sure if everything connected properly, that there's no leaks. And he assured me there's no leaks, and it was just the pump that he hadn't done the best job properly the first time. And he assured me it's just the pump, but now I don't feel comfortable, and I like my car to be. I don't go to the doctors very often. Actually, I haven't been to the doctor ever since I was a kid. But when it comes to cars and watches and whatnot, I want it to work 100%. If I hear the slightest noise, I'm at the mechanics. And often it's nothing, but I like to be sure. Especially when I'm out here in a different country and I want to go home back. I wanted to come back home this week again, but now I cannot because I don't have trust, and I'm gonna have to drive around every day back to work and back, commute, and maybe after 7 days of full driving 300 kilometers or whatnot, 400 kilometers, if everything stays okay, then I will be a bit more confident that everything is gonna be okay. But yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, my car broke down, but it's not the worst story. He didn't charge me actually too much because my friend from Slovenia recommended me, so he kind of prepared him, so he didn't rip me off. he gave me decent normal price like he would give like any other Slovenian guy. So I guess that's good, but still I don't like that mechanic at all. I would not trust him to fix my bike. On the other note, things on the job a little bit improving, taking note. The biggest issue with me was the people were so rude and disrespectful, and they really didn't like us new guys who come in here. And I learned why, because they're working there like 4 or 5 years and they have the same salary like I do, like us entry level guys. And I figured that out in the first 2 days, that there's no progress. There's no, if you work hard, try hard, learn things, that you can make progress and move yourself up the ladder. So basically this is a dead-end job, and as soon as I'm able, I'm gonna switch it. And whenever you ask someone, hey, how do you do this thing, he says, there's blueprints there, check it out and do it, don't ask me. And blueprints are not the clearest thing. Those are not normal. Those are not your normal blueprints. It's something like, I have a friend of mine who is an engineer and an architect, and he was looking at those prints and he said, those are horrible. Anyways, I learned how to do my job because I observed things are repetitive, things change, and no one asked me. Everything I learned to do, I learned by myself. I just watched and observed, and I take out my tape measure and I check something there, and then I go to the blueprints and compare that thing, and basically that's how I figured out the blueprints. Now I'm confident I'm able to do my own thing without any help, without asking anyone. So I get the blueprints and I make stuff, and that's really cool. That's the coolest thing about this job, because you get to create stuff. You just get the blueprints and material and you build something. And like the ceilings, I built ceilings and walls and roofing and that stuff just from the blueprints, and it's really cool. I never done those things, it's not my area, but I was always handy with the things. And now basically I'm able to do my own job, and I don't have to ask anyone, how do you do this, how do you do that. Occasionally I will ask just to check or verify, because the bosses are really nasty if you screw something up. But other than that, it's been improving. Things are improved because I learned how to do things by myself. But I'm really glad, because no one really taught me how to do it. But it's not a rocket science. You get a blueprint, you get a bunch of materials, you have tools, and you build stuff, like ceilings. And mainly I do things like ceilings. That's where I work, that's the thing. It's wood, OSB and stuff like that. But nevertheless, that's a little work job update, car broke down thing, sad story. Yeah, some people like to hear a sad story. Me personally, not so, but I like a good story anyways. So yeah, in the meantime, one morning I saw Seiko dropped some new GMTs, and I'm not really sure. Someone said congrats on your new GMT. I don't think I will be buying it. Just because it's a Seiko GMT, and it's a GMT, because I'm not the biggest fan of GMTs. I do not have actually proper GMT in my collection, but me personally, where I'm at, the least GMT I would take would be a Tudor GMT. Nevertheless, it does not stop me from commenting and sharing my opinion on it. I haven't seen it in a person, it was just dropped, so first chance I go to the city, I will try to see it, check it out in person, and then I will give you a bit more impressions. It's around 400, between 400 and 500 US dollars. It's a Seiko 5 platform, the Seiko 5 sports platform, but with the GMT, and it's a 4-hour base movement, and it has a nice Jubilee bracelet, which is nice. I'm not sure about the quality, but knowing Seiko, even Grand Seiko bracelets are not that good, but I think the quality should be a bit better than on SKX bracelets, that's for sure. So yeah, I think I like them, just visually and looking at them, but I'm not the biggest fan of GMTs to begin with, and if I'm gonna have to wear a GMT, it would have to be something bit more, but this is just me. I think it's a cool watch, it's a fun for summer, and it's a good move by Seiko. It will fill many holes in people's collections, especially affordable collections where people want to have some GMTs. So yeah, that's it. I switched up with my Citizen. I'm wearing my Citizen Pro Master. I work with it, take it to the city, and actually on the side note, on a positive side note, I know I mentioned I have other channel on my native language, and there are some people who've been watching me here from Slovenia, and they've been treating me really good. They took me out for lunches and brunches and dinners and coffees, and if it wasn't for them, my life would be much more difficult here in Slovenia other than that. So yeah, thank you guys. This was a little update. Sorry for being late, for not doing this more often, but I was really busy. The car fucked me over, and it is what it is. The weekend, actually, I was invited to a barbecue, but after that or before that, I might do another live. So thank you for checking out. Thank you for sticking with me. Give me a thumbs up, please, and see you on the next one. If you have any questions watch related, it's raining today, so I'm inside, and if you have any questions, leave them down below, and see you on the next one.